This old guy DIY video has to do with making a cost-effective table for a pontoon boat. So a hot chick that I know was looking at additional tables for her pontoon, and she couldn't find anything for less than 200 bucks. So she mentioned to me that she'd like to have a table and she'd prefer that it be portable rather than mounted to the ground. She asked if I had any ideas on what to do. So I had recently purchased a couple of mobility chairs from Maynard's. They had these things for $9.99. So I bought several of them thinking I could use the aluminum base for something. I wasn't sure what I'd use it for, but I thought for 10 bucks, how do you go wrong? So we took the little seat down to her boat, had her sit down and determine the height she wanted. And she wanted it to be 4 inches higher than the legs themselves. So I built this little plywood box, and then I mounted the top of a Coleman cooler that I got at an auction recently for $7 to the top of it. So I have $7 in a cooler top, probably $3 worth of plywood, $10 on the bottom. So for 20 bucks and an hour's work, she has a little table here, and she told me she doesn't care for the way it looks, so she's going to paint it tomorrow. And this is what the finished product looks like. She'll use it this weekend for the 4th of July. If she likes it, great. If not, we'll come up with something different later. So my idea was remove the seat. I made this little box as a spacer, so effectively that will sit right there. I have these little T-nuts that I'll put through from this side of the box so I can bring my thumb screws in from the bottom. So I just ran from corner to corner, established the center, and drilled a hole there that will accept the T-nut. Now I'll put the T-nut in from the other side. And I've disassembled the mobility chair. I found out that these bolts were actually 1/4 28, so I have some other stainless 1/4 20 bolts that I'll use in their place. When drilling these other 4 holes, I just kind of eyeballed it coming across the angle on this rectangle. Then I drilled this hole first and I put a bolt in as a locator. Then I drilled this hole, then I came over and drilled these 2. I'll move the legs out of the way a little bit, and I can drill this out large enough to accept the T-nut from the other side. Now I have all 5 T-nuts installed, so I can flip this over and mount the legs to it. This is what it looks like with the legs mounted to the base. I found in my case 1.5 inch stainless 1/4 inch 20 screws worked great. I took this top off an old Coleman cooler that I got at an auction for $5. I just drilled holes through it so I could put the zip ties through. I drilled corresponding holes in the base here. I'll put that on and made them together. I like using these mobility chairs on boats because they're made of aluminum with stainless steel hardware. So when they get rained on, nothing rusts, it doesn't damage the carpet, and it's very stable. So I thought I'd share this idea with you. Hopefully you like it. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and have a great day.